Hey, this is Jamey from Stegmaier Games, and today I'll be ending the game of Rolling Realms that I played over the last few games with a round of Tapestry, Charterstone, and My Little Scythe. I'm going to roll the dice so those of you who know how to play this can already start to think about your first turn, and then I will explain how these work. So we have a 6 and a 4 for the first turn. So in Tapestry, you are using polyomino shapes to fill in boxes in this grid here, this 3x3 grid. Whenever you complete a little square here or a big square here, you get the resource behind it. And when you complete a row or column, you get a star. Some boxes are already filled in, and while you can rotate tokens, they can't extend off of the chart. You have to fit the entire shape into this grid. For Charterstone, early in the game, you'll use a number simply to cross off one of these buildings and gain the resource directly below it. And when you do that, you'll look at the other die that you didn't use in Charterstone, and you will note that number directly below it. If you create a die to use up here, you'll choose either one of the rolled dice to put in one of these crates. And then later on in the round, and you can do it early if you want, but typically later on in the round, you will use a number to cross off all crates that have that same number, and you gain 1 star for each of them. So ideally, you'll fill in all these crates with 1 or 2 numbers, and then use those 2 numbers to get a bunch of stars. Last, we have My Little Scythe. My Little Scythe, you're going to cross off a number in this area or this area and gain the corresponding resource. If and when you cross off the duplicate, the pair of one of these numbers, so if I have a 2 crossed off here and then I cross off a 2 over here later, because I have a pair, I also gain a coin. At the end of the round, you'll gain stars from My Little Scythe by looking at the total resources that you've earned over the course of the round. And so if you have 6 pumpkins, say, you're gonna look at each resource, looking for 6 of them. If you have 6 pumpkins, you'll earn 2 stars. And you don't actually even need to have those resources, you just need to have earned them over the course of the round. All right, let's jump right in. We have a 4 and a 6 as the first roll here. I like that 6 early on in Tapestry for a big play. Let's fill in a bunch of this stuff over here. Yeah, let's go with that. I did figure out a great configuration. I finally filled in Tapestry completely recently, and there was a configuration where I managed to fit 3 6s in here, and I think I'm already off from that configuration, whatever that was. Yeah, I think it used that shape right there, but it was a really nice configuration to fit 3 6s in there. Yeah, I think already with that first play, I prevented myself from doing it. There are actually still are ways to use 2 more 6s in there, which would be great. What else do I want to do? I like low numbers in Charterstone, and so I'm hesitant to use either of these high numbers over there. So let's use the 4 over here in My Little Scythe and gain a heart. All right, let me know how you're doing today on this Saturday. I hope you are having a nice cozy day in, if that's what you've been looking for. We have a 3 and a 4. So the 4 creates a kind of a pair of 4s over here in My Little Scythe, which could be good. And it's not great over here in Tapestry. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the 4 right here, which gives me a pumpkin. And because I now have 2 4s in My Little Scythe, I get a coin. The 3, I could probably use it over here in Tapestry. Let's see what that configuration was for me to do it. So I want to put a 6 there. I want to put a 6 there. What will that leave me with? I'll need a 3 there. Let's go ahead and put it up top. We'll put it right there and get another coin. So I'm going to use the 3 up there and get a coin. And let's go ahead and use 1 coin to cross off this building. We get a pumpkin. And because I created a die, I can note either number in one of these boxes. I'm going to go with a lower number because lower numbers are typically easier to create using coins. And so I will do that. All right, turn 3. Another 3 and a 4. All right, a lot of 4s so far. Okay, so I want to use the 4 over here in Charterstone. I'll use the 4 so that I can note another 3 down there below. I get a heart. The 3 I could use over here in My Little Scythe. I don't love it in Tapestry, so I'll probably put that over in My Little Scythe. I'm still looking for... Yeah, I can still fit those 6s in there. If I can do that. Actually, a 3 would go really well in this corner over here, so I could do that as well. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a little risky, but I love filling up Tapestry if I can, and I need to do something there pretty much every turn to do so. And I could really, why not? I'll use a 1 value coin over here in My Little Scythe to get another heart. All right, I've activated all 3 realms, which is generally what you want to do on your turn in Charterstone. Let's go on to turn 4. A 5 and a 6. There's that 6 I was looking for. 5 and a 6. So let's go ahead and use the 6 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It completes this section down here and gives me a pumpkin. I hope I didn't gain a pumpkin out of turn here. I gained 1 pumpkin there, 2 pumpkins there. Yeah, I gained that pumpkin out of turn. But now this is where I would have gained that pumpkin. I hadn't filled in that square yet over here. I thought something was a little off. But I fixed it. And I probably want to use the 5 over in my little scythe. I can't use it in Tapestry. Charterstone, I could do it, but I don't think I really want to put a 6 down there. Although I could put a 1 in my little scythe, and that would be nice too. You know, let's go for it. Let's put the 5 in Charterstone, noting a 6, and get a coin. That gives me a late game use for 6s. And we'll use another coin here to get a pumpkin and a coin for matching up the pair. So far, so good. Turn 5. A 4 and a 5. A 4 and a 5. Yet another 4. Okay. So we already used a 4 and a 5 in Charterstone. So if I want to use one of those in Charterstone, I need to manipulate it a little bit. And neither of these numbers matches numbers that I already have in the crate. So that's not a great play for Charterstone, I don't think. Tapestry, I also don't love it, but I may need to use it there. Probably I want to use the 5. 5 does fit okay up there, but that prevents me from using a 6. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to use the 5 over in my little scythe. Get a heart. I want to use that 4, but I don't know if I want it to be a 4. I actually like the 3 shape better. Actually, it could be a 2. Might as well. Could be a 2 or a 3. Might as well be a 3. I'm going to change it into a 3 and use it in Tapestry, and I'm going to use it right here to get another coin. I'm not going to do anything in Charterstone. I don't think I want to do anything there, although I need to start doing some stuff in Charterstone very soon. All right, turn 6. A 4 and a 1. We've rolled 4s on all but 1 turn so far. First 1 rolled. The 4 is not ideal, but we can manipulate it into a 3 if we want. Yeah, let's manipulate that 4 into a 3. Cross that off, put a 1 down below, get a heart. And we'll use the 1 probably over in Tapestry. Yeah, use the 1 in Tapestry to get another heart. And what do we want to do with those coins? Those coins, I could create something over here in my little scythe, but at this point in my little scythe, I'm probably going to get 2 more pumpkins. And so I'm getting the stars for my little scythe. I don't know if it's necessary to put more stuff over there. Yeah. All right. I think I am good there. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Turn 7. A 6 and a 1. Those 2 numbers add up to 7, and so I could use 2 coins to copy one of them if I want. And that 6, yeah, that's what I was looking for over here. So the 6 is actually going to get us a pumpkin and a heart in Tapestry. A pumpkin and a heart. And we're now all but assured to actually complete Tapestry, which I love doing. I love completing Tapestry. And that 1, what can we do with that 1? We probably need to... It's actually pretty tough to use. I almost need to get a pumpkin before I can use that 1. And that's okay. Let's do that. Let's create a... let's copy a 6 and use it over here in my little scythe. There's a pumpkin. Now I'm going to turn that 1 into a 2 by using 2 pumpkins. Cross that off. I get a pumpkin from that. And now I need to, I'm using the 1 there, so I need to note the 6 down below. Now I really need to start crossing off numbers up there in Charterstone. I'm falling behind in Charterstone due to my focus on Tapestry. But I have gotten all stars from my little scythe because even if you've spent these resources, that's okay. You just need to earn 6 of each resource for my little scythe. It's actually a pretty easy realm to get 6 stars. All right, turn 8. Turn 8. A pair of 5s. Not a great roll. Not a great roll here. We can definitely use one of them over here in my little scythe to get a pumpkin and a coin. But the other 5, I mean, I can turn it into a 6, but I think I actually need, yeah, I'm going to turn it into a 6, but for the purposes of crossing off crates, crossing off those 2 crates. There we go. I'm now going to use a 1 to finish off Tapestry. Yeah, 6 stars from Tapestry. I love to see that. And there we go, going into the final round. So really, I need a lot of pumpkins so I could activate Charterstone twice, but I think I'm pretty much out of options to get enough pumpkins to pull that off. Yeah, I cut myself a little bit short to do that, but that's okay. Hopefully, I can. In fact, I know I can get a 3 out of it, so we'll be okay there. We gotta have another 6. Did I write down that last one? What did I do on that last turn? That last turn was a pair of 5s. I didn't write it down. And here is a 1 and a 6. So as tempting as it is to cross off this 6 and write a 1 there, it wouldn't do a lot of good. Rather, yeah, I've already used the 6. So I mean, really the best play here is to create a 3-value die first to cross off these 2 crates and get 2 more stars. That leaves me without having used any of the actual dice, but I can use the 6 over here, and so I have to. I get a heart and I get a coin, which is fine. And now I can't use the 1, and so I just get a resource for it. I can't use it. Like, I'd love to use it here, but I need 2 more pumpkins to do that, and I can't do that. So I will simply gain a resource. So I have a bunch of extra resources. I have what, 6? I have 8 extra resources. I have 16 stars, so 16.8 is my final score for this round. There we go. Well, that was fun. I always love filling in Tapestry. That is so satisfying, even though Charterstone didn't work out. But that's okay. Charterstone's a tough realm to get 6 stars in. Thank you for joining me today and for playing along in this round and in this game. And I hope you are having a great weekend. Take care, and I'll see you probably next week for another round of Rolling Realms. Take care. Bye.